Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here. We're taking a look at some more Ungoro mini set cards. We have some, I believe, Shaman and Priest today, or I should say now. You already did a lot today, but we've got more now. So with that, first card we're going to take a look at is the Ritual of Life for the Priest. This is a 2-mana, discover a 3-cost minion, and then summon a 2/2 copy of it. This is really good. Right now, Priest, if you played Quest Priest, it requires, you to play, like, what is it, 4 holy cards and then 4 shadow cards, and then you get this piece of shit quest reward that doesn't even have lifesteal, and then you need to build a deck around the spells and then copy the guy and then blah blah blah. So basically this deck had, well, in general, Priest had nothing to do in the early game that had to do with holy and shadow spells. I think that's what they were aiming with this 2-mana card, with just giving Priest something to do in the early game that isn't your standard aggro Priest right now, like Fishing Priest, right? So discovering a 3 gives you a good curve, and then you get a 2/2 copy of it. So a lot of 3-drops do have decent death rattles. I know a couple of them are also imbue cards, so you could find a decent imbue Priest card and get the ball rolling with this, and then also get that quest complete, because Priest may just end up playing the quest just as a card that gives you some value if you actually have enough good spells, because right now you're only playing the spells to get to the quest. But if there's good spells and you would play them anyway, why not then run the quest? But we'll see how the direction turns on this, right? We have the 7-mana Behemoth Mask. Set a minion's stats to 8/10, give it lifesteal, and then force a random enemy minion to attack it. This seems pretty solid. It doesn't give the card taunt, and let's also keep in mind that this is not a holy or a shadow card. So in my mind, we probably should have done that. Giving a card lifesteal could have been a holy card. We also could have opted Behemoth's Mask, could have also been shadow because it's a mask that was from a behemoth. So again, this kind of just like makes the quest worse, because this seems like a good card that you would play in that deck, but yet it doesn't get to go in that deck now. So pretty annoying card, because you're now, if a Priest has the ability to discover shit, which sometimes they do with imbue, you could just generate this and then they just get the casual heal for 10 or heal for 8, and then they also could swing with it. So it's basically a 16 HP swing that they're going to get for free, and they're going to probably kill your guy. That seems pretty good. So this is definitely not a bad card. And again, it's Priest, so guess what it's going to be? Annoying. Moving to the Ultra Source. That's an 8-mana 5/10 beast, taunt, death rattle, summon a random taunt minion that costs 5 or more. Wow. So summon a random taunt minion that costs 5 or more. So Nebula does not bring this because it's a Priest card. For some reason I was thinking that. But yeah, this is just a good card. There's going to be ways to bring this. This is just an annoying Priest card. It's going to summon a taunt that has 5 or more. There are a lot of taunts with death rattles that do more things. So I can see this, you kill this, it summons a taunt with death rattle, and then it does this, and then it brings out like 3 waves of just like stuff to deal with, and then we're just going to keep rezzing the Ultra Source. I can definitely see this being found in some sort of Res Priest, which we could see in the future. Dino Res Priest is definitely something not out of the question.
Clever girl.
But does Priest play that like this now? I don't think so, but if it gets any more support, maybe. Moving to Shaman, we have a 3-mana Fire Breath, deal 4 damage, give your elementals +1/+1, and it is a fire card. I think this is really good. This is deal 4 damage. This can go face. So for 3 mana, dealing 4, very good, and then give your elementals +1/+1. And it's not for this turn, just in general. This is really, really good for Elemental Shaman, or a deck that plays elementals in it. I think we might see, like, depending on what we get, like the Cinder Storm Shaman or whatever, literally saw no play. Maybe we can get like a Burn Shaman with the Cinders, because I think they're pretty good. It's just like too slow, but I think this card might, you know what I mean? Like, this is really good. Plus we have the little lizard card that draws a fire card from the deck and gives it plus spell damage. So this would actually do 3. It would do 6 damage and give your elementals +1/+1. We have the Totem, the 2-mana 0/4 Totem. At the end of your turn, get a random minion with multiple minion types, which is basically just helping the quest Shaman complete that quicker. I think that deck is going to benefit from this for sure, especially if we can get, I would say buffs on this, but like are we really buffing totems? And then that's really just a totem deck, right? So I mean, if 0-4 is, it's a lot of health. I'm glad it's not a 0-3. So 4, it means it's gonna live probably at least 2 turns, 2 minions, 2 parts of the quest. I think this is not bad. The quest part is the bad part, because you ideally need to either copy it or you need to use Shutter, and then you need to really have the gas. But once that gets going, I've seen Quest Shaman pop, but like it takes a lot, and I just don't know if a 0-4 totem that gives you 1, maybe 2 cards is going to be the reason it pops. You know what I'm saying? However, if let's say you're not even using this for the like you're using it in the early game if you need it, but once you completed the quest and you have like poisonous, taunt, plus stats, lifesteal, rush, wind fury, you know what I mean, all the keywords, and you play this, it's just a way to get more stuff, because ideally the problem with the Shaman deck is you just run out of stuff, right? Like you just don't have a minion to play each turn. So maybe this is good, but I'm just not a fan of the Quest Shaman deck. I'll probably give it a shot with this totem though. It does seem like it would be quite interesting, so we'll see. And then we have the Chill Spine Stegodon with 4 mana, 3/4 battle cry, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, kindred, and freeze them. I think this is this card could say deal 2 damage to 2 random enemies and freeze them. I think they kind of maybe messed up a little bit, because I think this should be able to go face and freeze. That's just me. Also, we could have just made this card like a 4/4. Like, I don't think this is gonna make or break Quest Shaman. I mean, it's good. I don't think this is gonna it's good. It's not gonna be right now. Quest Shaman needs something that makes it great, and it's not a 4 mana 3/4 that doesn't do any damage, and then you have to play an elemental or a beast to get the freeze, which isn't crazy considering like the early game you have amalgam and all that stuff, but like at the same time, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, that wraps up our Shaman and Priest cards for today. I think these cards are a lot better than some of the previous ones we went over, which is really good because we've went over some really bad mini set cards so far. But yeah, Shaman looks like it got 3 solid cards, and Priest also looks like it got 3 solid cards. So it'd be interesting to see where these cards weave in. We're in a really, really strong meta right now. So hopefully mini set cards matter a little bit. We'll get buffs and nerfs, I'm assuming probably a week or 2 after the mini set comes out, and then we will have hopefully what I will think will be a really good meta, as long as they take the advantageous approach and go for a decision. Like they need to like commit to a line of play instead of trying to like play this half and half, where they don't want to nerf anything too hard and don't want to buff anything too hard, and then we're just gonna get this same meta where it's like, here are the tier S decks, and everything else is like cards that you can play, which isn't particularly where I want to be. But there are some pretty fun decks that are good right now, but that's, you know, I don't want to be pigeonholed into playing the same 3 or 4 decks. So with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will probably be some more cards to review. As always, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.